Solana Beach. The fire is back in the area code, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready to party?
Obviously, you got your music is heavily influenced by reggae, or should I say roots reggae. Growing up in New Zealand, I'm assuming there was a lot of exposure that you had to roots reggae. How did you take such a liking to reggae music?
Around the hood, growing up around the 80s and early.
Wait up, you have a hood in New Zealand?
There's hoods everywhere in this world, man. There's hoods everywhere in this world, and yeah. So the older kids used to play it at the parties and stuff when we were young. That was where I was first exposed to it. Was just the older generation playing it at their garage parties, you know. For some reason, whether we're with Pueblo Indians or whether we're with, you know, Kanaki people from the South Pacific, it's a lot of the indigenous nations that we feel most at home with. And you know, I don't know what it is. I think it's an unspoken thing. You know, it's a feeling, I guess. But you know, throughout the South Pacific, here in the States, the Native Indians, you know. Usually the original inhabitants of whatever country, place we're visiting.
So you're heavily influenced by Bob Marley. Are there any other artists that had a strong influence on you as well?
Oh yeah, like I mentioned before, UB40, you know, Steel Pulse, you know, and not just reggae acts. You know, we love all male band that can sing and have 3 or 4 part harmonies, like Bee Gees, Little River Band. You know, the list goes on. You know, and we just love talent, stuff that you can't deny. It hits you right here.
Like for the band or the rest of the year?
So the rest of the year, we're going back home to start, well, to put the finishing touches on our 5th studio album. So that's already underway. We're about halfway through that, looking at releasing that at the end of the year, start of next year, latest. We've got Brazil, Australia and New Zealand to tour for the rest of this year, and working on album, touring. You know, we're keeping it locked always. Brothers are, we still feel like we've got a lot to give. There's a few solo albums happening in the camp, so we're just keeping busy, man, doing our thing.
That's awesome. I'm sure your fans will definitely be glad to hear that you guys are, you know, producing more and making things happen. So
coming 2014 latest.
There you have it, exclusive from Katchafire. It is coming, so stay tuned. I'm Kevin John.
And I'm Alexandra.
And I'm Logan from Katchafire.